Hello and welcome to KRK.com and Fox16.com. I'm Mitch McCoy. I'm so excited to hear from Tina Berry. Tina is the driver in this video that has now started circulating on social media. It was while she was on her way to work. By the way, she's a nurse. She got stuck on the ramp from Interstate 30 to Interstate 630. And Tina, you are joining us now. Tina, thanks so much. Walk me through what happened on the interstate this morning.
Well, I live in Sheridan, which is about a 40-mile drive to work, and we are 24/7. So I left my house at 7 to get there at 10, and it was just treacherous the whole way. And I was making it pretty good. It was just not slick. It was thick snow, and I was going up the ramp, and the snow was just too thick, and it just stalled out. And this truck behind me got stuck, so it wouldn't hit me. And then they just got out to help me move.
And it's worth noting you're a nurse. You are not someone who can just use a sick day. That's
Right.
not possible in your field.
Right. I'm actually a nurse practitioner, and it's in the emergency department. And so we're 24/7, 365 days a year. So whether it's the COVID pandemic or the snow, I mean, we've got to be there.
Well, can you bring me back to I guess what was going through your mind as you were sitting there up on the interstate, and I go back to this video here on the left-hand side of the screen from this morning. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to see it. What was in your mind when these people, you said it was a man and a woman, were out there? What were they using to try and get traction?
They are from Las Vegas, actually. They're here working for Amazon, they said. And he pulled these things out of his truck that appeared to be pieces of maybe conveyor belt that were about 4 feet long. And he would put them under my tire and get traction. And that's how we got out.
Wow. And it took a couple of times to.
Oh yeah, we did it like 4, 5, 6 times. We'd move and I would drive over them, and then we'd move again. And I was glad to see at the end of the video that they did get out, because I was hoping that they wouldn't just get me on my way and then they would be stranded. But I do believe they got out.
Oh, so you didn't know, and here's that moment. What were you thinking at this moment?
I was thankful to be able to. I was scared the whole time. I was afraid I was going to be hit by an out of control driver or something. So I was terrified to be stopped there. But then I had told him we thought pretty much that last time that I was going to get out at that point, because we could see that I was almost out of the snow. And I just remember telling him, look, if I get out, I'm not going to stop to be able to thank you guys. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate you helping me today. And they said, no, just go. So I just honked my horn several times as I drove off.
Did you know, at what point did you know that this entire, I call it a rescue, when did you know that this was actually being captured on RDOT cameras?
Just a few minutes ago, when several people sent me this video. I had no idea.
Okay, gotcha.
I had no idea. But I did leave work, and I'm home safe now. And we pulled up the RDOT cameras all the way to check the road before I came home.
Well, and these RDOT cameras come and they're so handy, especially in weather like this. What do you know about the two people that helped you this morning there on the ramp?
Nothing other than they stopped and just so kind to offer. First, they want to know if I'm okay. And I was like, yeah, are you okay? And they're like, yeah, they're from Las Vegas. They said, we have no experience in driving in anything like this.
Oh, no.
They don't get weather like that. They're here working for Amazon. And he had these strips of things. We were even digging up, you can see at one point we're digging up frozen sand and salt from the road and putting that under my tires for traction as well.
Wow.
So yeah, they were very diligent, persistent, and I would not have gotten out. I'd called tow trucks, 4 tow companies, and they had given me estimates anywhere from 2 hours to 9 hours.
2 to 9 hours?
Yeah. And what you can't see when you look behind, I counted 14 cars, stalled up to this point behind us at this ramp, just stuck.
That's it's just so scary. I'm so glad that you're okay. You don't know anything about the two Good Samaritans, but If they just so happen to be watching this video because maybe somebody sent them a link, what would you want to tell the Good Samaritans?
I would want to say thank you. And even, our jobs are completely different and their reason for being out and mine is completely different. But, sometimes you're at the same place at the same time for a reason.
You
And
truly
I was
are.
thankful that they were there today.
Well, and I think about just how vital your job is, right, at the hospital. I mean, working in the emergency department, your job is so critical, and you said it took several hours to get to work.
Oh, yes, 3 hours. And I had planned ahead. I mean, I've been in the ER for 20 years, so I know that I have to get to work. It's just been a stressful year between the COVID virus, and we can't call out for that. It's just been a really stressful year.
A
So
stressful year, but this is, even in the snow, this has got to warm your heart knowing that there are people that are still willing to stop in the middle of a winter storm
yeah,
to help you.
yes, I was so. And this guy coming by that you see now, he even offered our help, to help us, and we encouraged him, if don't stop, just please keep going so that you don't get stranded because the snow was so thick. If you slowed down, you were going to get stuck.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we're like, just keep going, keep going, keep going. But yes, it absolutely warmed my heart. And I mean, I was prepared. I had blankets in the car, I had food, I had water. I mean, so I was prepared to be stranded for hours. I had a full tank of gas, but thankful that I did not end up stranded.
No damage to your car either?
No. Mm-mm.
Good. Good. That's
So,
good to hear. Well, Tina Berry, joining us by Zoom tonight in the comfort of her home.
yes.
She made it home
and
from work.
and my work has got it covered. So they said for the next several days, I don't have to try and drive 40 miles each way. So
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that because you're still shaken up, and rightfully
I
so.
am still frazzled, but I don't drive well in that. But I'm home safe now, so
I'm so
I'm
happy
good.
to hear that.
All
Tina,
right, I'm a little embarrassed, but thank you.
no reason to be embarrassed because you are on the front line, and especially on the front line of this pandemic. I mean, your job is so critical that we're just so thankful that you're okay and you're able to get help and these two people, these mystery people, were able to get you to the emergency room today.
Yes, it and not as a patient.
Yes, not as a patient. Tina Berry, thank you so much for your time tonight. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.